Okay, so I've had a few people ask me how to make my low carb fruit bread, and I'm just going to go over the ingredients. There looks like there's a lot, but there is a couple of choices there. You don't have to use all of them. But first of all, what I wanted to show you is psyllium husks. I've got 3 tablespoons of psyllium husks. These are really good for the digestive system. They help with detoxification because they actually cleanse the colon as they release out of the body. They also go really glutinous when you put liquid in with them, and this makes the bread really nice and soft and spongy. So that's why I use psyllium husks. I've got 2 supplements there. I don't use many supplements, but one that I do use is maca powder. Maca powder is really good for promoting energy production, and it's also really good for hormonal balance. I've got Inulin, which is a prebiotic. It's really good for the gut flora, and Inulin is found in onions and chicory root, and it's very unlikely that you'll use those ingredients in a cake. So Inulin's not really got a taste. It's a white powder and it adds a good substance to the mix. I've got 40 tablespoons of organic oats. I've got some ground linseed, and that's really good for, very rich in omega-3, and I grind it in the bullet just to soften the outside shell so it's easy digestible. I've got some baking soda. Obviously baking soda helps the bread to rise, and it also alkalizes the cake mix, so it's really good for your pH levels. I've got some coconut flour there, which is a nice alternative to refined flours, which are much higher in carbohydrate and your system burns them up much quicker. If you can't get coconut flour, then you can use a gluten-free flour. Buckwheat is a nice flour to use in this mix as well. I've got a couple of bananas there. Obviously this is for a banana bread, but you could also use blueberries. That's a good bread to make. Also I like to make carrot and date, which is a really nice one, and when I'm doing that I like to add cinnamon or nutmeg to add a bit of spice. I've got some organic Kerrygold butter. I only use Kerrygold because it's grass-fed cows, and if you're a vegan and you wanted to change that because you don't like animal produce in your cooking, then you could use a nice serving of olive oil. That would add a nice oily texture and also some healthy fats. It's really good to put some oil in there because then the cake mix doesn't stick to the tin. I've got 2 duck eggs, but you could use 4 chicken eggs, or if you're vegan you could use some no egg powder. And from there really all I do is just blast all that into a food blender, give it about 2 or 3 minutes so that I've got a nice stodgy sticky consistency, and then that just goes straight into a baking tray. Or if you want to get some cake papers, you could also turn exactly the same mix into some nice healthy muffins. So that's it. Hope you have some fun and enjoy making some nice fruity bread.